Welcome once again to another voiceover coaching blab. Yes, I want to tell my followers, and thank you for asking because I haven't been asked the past several times. I have been doing blabs. Hi, everybody. I know I didn't announce this. You've got to be watching this on a replay because nobody knew I was doing this. And I didn't even know I was doing this until this morning. I haven't done a voiceover blab in a while, and if you're new to it, well, just hang on to your seats, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to tell you exactly what this voiceover blab thing is about. It's been a while since I've done one. There are several in the archives of my broadcasts here. Normally, I give everybody a heads up and say, hey, I'm going to do this at so-and-so time on so-and-so day. But you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth here because I feel it's important that we have a relationship built in honesty and integrity. And thank you, by the way, for joining the Lounge Network. I used to have a radio show called The Lounge Show with a partner of mine. Hey, we got new people coming into the room. Beauty Bubble is here, and Roseanne Kite is here. So thank you guys for being here, especially spontaneously. You didn't have this on your calendar. You didn't set aside time today to spend some time with Bob on his voiceover scope, but yet, impromptu, here you are. So awesome. Well, let me tell you what this is all about, and then I'm going to get into it. Okay? So I have, as I say, I've done several of these in the past. And what the voiceover blab is about is you watching me work, in essence. But it's hopefully much, much more than that. Hopefully what happens as a result of you being here, and I'm going to talk about the class, is that you get inspired if you are interested in voiceover to realize that there is a way for you to start doing voiceover work and getting paid for it without going through all the hassle. There's got to be a better way. And I believe that there is. And I believe I found it. And I believe I'm going to show it to you right now. I am currently in the midst of teaching a class on exactly what I'm going to do right here, which is how I generate revenue doing voiceover on Fiverr.com. Now, don't go running off Fiverr. I can't exist on $5 per job. Well, neither could I. And that's why it's fortunate that they're hardly ever $5 jobs. So what I'm going to do here today is basically walk you through my workflow of every day of how I get ready for, record, edit, and deliver voiceover jobs on Fiverr so that you can see, number one, that it's simple and that it is something that you could, if you're interested in doing, you can get into at any time. And if you're interested in learning the step-by-steps, which is what I'm teaching right now, with another group of people who jumped on this last month. We're going to be doing it again here in a few weeks. We're wrapping up the first group and making way for the next group of people who will come in and take a 4-week class with me at bobdoylevoice.com. And we meet several times a week sometimes. We're doing voiceover coaching. I've got instructional materials on exactly how to get set up on Fiverr, how to do your gig description, all of this stuff. Everything that you have to know about getting started on Fiverr and doing voice work, including the coaching, which is, that's a whole other dealio. So yes, that's great. Hey, I strive to thrive. Thank you for joining, and you are welcome. All of you are welcome to tweet this out right now. I've been doing another show, the Bob Doyle Show here on Blab, and every time I start it, it doesn't ask me to invite my followers, but today it did. So they either fixed it or there's something weird about just the Bob Doyle Show, which, by the way, this is also broadcasting live on YouTube Live at youtube.com/The Bob Doyle Show. Why would I tell you that? I'm going to tell you why I would tell you that. Because this stream, as you're seeing it right now on Blab, looks and sounds one way. And if you go over to YouTube Live, it sounds amazing. It looks much better. It's just everything. So I just simulcast all of my broadcasts here because then the archive of this show, well, this isn't really a show. Isn't it though? We'll have a higher quality to share later. But what you lose, of course, if you're not Bob Doyle, is the ability to bring people on and add them to your broadcasts because that's what Blab is all about. However, never fear. I figured it out. But I digress. This has nothing at all to do with voiceover. So shall we get back into the topic, please? One of the reasons that, hold on, I'm at my last couple of sips of coffee, and if I don't drink them, they're just going to get room temperature like in this cup here from earlier today. So one moment. Okay, now we can get started. So what I'm going to do is, again, walk you through my workload. Today was, hey, Jerry H. and JD. JD. Those are my dad's initials, so of course I have to check it out. You are not my dad, just in case you were wondering. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. So I woke up this morning to a ton of voiceover work. A ton of all various lengths and so on. And so in one way, it's a good example. I'm not going to do the long jobs for you here because that would be tedious for all of us. What I want to do is walk you through some of the shorter jobs so that you can see kind of what comes up, what kind of jobs there are, the actual process of me recording, editing, and then delivering them. So you can see, hopefully, now everything's slowed down a little bit because I'm walking you through it. You know, I'm not in my normal flow of how quickly I work, but you'll be able to see that in general, it's a pretty quick process to go to Fiverr, get your job, record your job, deliver your job, and you've made money right there. So, hey, Anna, nice to have you here. So why don't we just get into it? Now, it all begins, ladies and gentlemen, over in Fiverr. Now, I know that you may not be able to see, although you may be able to until I bring someone on the room, which I probably won't do this time, the whole screen here. But I just kind of wanted to if you're new to Fiverr, I want to just walk you through this interface a little bit because there's several reasons to do that. Hopefully to also get you motivated, but then just to see, oh, okay, now I see how that works. So when I wake up in the morning, which I did just a little while ago, I come to Fiverr, and this is my dashboard. And so let me just kind of walk you around here just a little bit. So this gives me my list of to-dos as of today. Now the to-dos are generally jobs, right? But sometimes there are messages that need me to respond to them, or there's somebody saying, hey, great job. They're leaving a review, and then this is an invitation for me to go respond to that review. Okay, so this morning, now you'll see here, this says sales in queue 43 jobs. That would suggest that I have 43 jobs in my queue. If I woke up to 43 jobs, I'd go a little nuts. It would be happy, but wow, that would be a busy day. What's happened here in Fiverr is sometimes people place orders and then they never send you a script. They just kind of go away. And so those stack up here. Now I could go through and cancel all of these, and it's probably time to clean out some of them. There's benefits of having this big, huge number here. It looks like, wow, he's so busy, he must be awesome, which is true. No, but also it could scare people off. Wow, 43, he's never going to get to mine, which is not the case at all. So if it's hovering around 20 or so, then that's okay. I think 43 is probably a bit excessive when I actually only have 10 jobs in here. So this next column here is earned this month. This means that since the first, that's good. Tell people about this, okay? Since the first, which is exactly 1 week, I've generated $2,722 worth of work. I've delivered that much. Now, I know that's a fairly large number. I think it is anyway, don't you? I mean, for sitting around doing this in a week? Obviously, I can't sit here and promise that anybody I teach is going to do that. It did not happen immediately. I've been doing this a couple of years or so. Although I don't know how much it is about just like I paid my dues. Fiverr has changed a lot to make it easier for you to charge more for jobs. And then once also, I think then time does help. I've been here for a while. I have some regular customers, and some of these regular customers have regularly large jobs like training material, training videos and things like that can be 3, 4, 5,000 words, which translates for me into a $300, $400, $500 job that I can do in about an hour. So figure that hourly rate out. So this is all I'm saying is that if you've ever considered voiceover and it's kind of scared you off because of the traditional way that it's done, like go get an agent, spend a lot of money on a demo tape, go to a ton of auditions, get a lot of rejection, that kind of stuff, all that goes away if you just learn how to do this on Fiverr. You're going to hear things from people that say, oh, Fiverr's not a serious pool of talent. Oh, Fiverr's, why would you cheapen your services? Again, let's go back to that hourly rate that we extrapolated. It's not that bad. I've had $1,000 hours, okay, on Fiverr that took 22 minutes, really. It just depends on the script, the extras they order, all of that. So All right, let's take a look at some of these comments because they kind of got away from me here. We got an LOL, we got an oops, we got a morning Carlos, and an invitation to Real TLN. Are you in the room, Real TLN? Because a couple of people seem to have been shouting out to you. Oh, there you are. Oh, you were here first. Jeez Louise. Okay. All right, and Jeffrey Miller has joined us. Okay, so let me get back to this screen. And then this balance here, this number balance is how much basically has cleared that I can now download either to my PayPal or to my bank account. I choose PayPal. That's just my preference because it's instant. So that's about, and then of course here are the list of jobs that I have to do and how long I have to do them. Okay, so this one says deliver in about 8 hours. They ordered this with 24-hour delivery, which is an extra, which means I charge automatically more because they wanted it in 24 hours. And they probably ordered this later in the day yesterday after I'd already kind of been done for the day. Because I'll generally wake up and I'll do this until, I don't know, until I clear my plate, right? And then that generally takes me up to late morning, maybe early after. Like today's going to be a long day. I have a lot of really long scripts today, which is great because I got a fairly open schedule until the Bob Doyle Show at 5 o'clock tonight at the Bob Doyle Show. Don't miss it. Be there. It's all you all the time. Okay. Yeah, so I've got the time to do it. And this is going to be basically about, if I did it all today, probably around a $1,500 day of just me talking and delivering. Again, not promising that for you, certainly not right away, but the course that I teach is all about that. It's how do you create this whole career for yourself on Fiverr? How do you create a demo tape? How do you find the scripts? How do you get better at it? The whole thing. It's all in there. And like I say, I'm wrapping this course up. All right, enough of the pitch fest. You're either sold on the idea or not. Let's get into it, shall we? All right, so let me just drill into this first order here, and we're going to start this process. Okay, so this is a $35 job. It is you'll see here that what they've done is they've ordered my basic gig, read your script with smooth male voiceover, which doesn't necessarily mean this. They ordered 5 of them, which means that their script length is at least 250 words because each gig, basically my rate is 50 words for $5. And when you're starting out, sometimes you have to do more words for $5. I started at 200. And now I'm at 50. And there are people who do 25. So you give yourself your own raise. That's another part of beauty of this. And then they want it just in one day, as I said. So that's an extra $10. They happen to send this, they happen to originally send this script in the Pages format. I'm on a PC. Yes, you can work on a PC. And so I don't have Pages. So I had to convert it, but now they also delivered it to me. Now you won't, when I open up these windows here with the scripts in them, you won't see the scripts it would be clunky for me to share the script with you. Not really necessary. I'm going to show you the recording process, which is probably way more interesting for you. So let me go ahead and this, again, you can't see it, but I've got the script up in front of me. So now let's go on over to Audition. This is Adobe Audition. This is the program I use to record and edit. There are free programs such as a program called Audacity, which you can use. And, but I've just been using this for years. All right, let's see what's going on over here in the chat. You have a lot of possible directions to your attention, but if you get a chance, go for it. Your voice has... Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourself. Yeah, don't worry about practice using your voice. That's part of what this is about, is practicing. Okay, let's see. Yeah. If you're considering this, just keep watching. And there's also, I've done several of these. You can watch some of the replays of this whole process and see if that's something you feel like you can do. All right, so I'm looking at this script here. It's about quitting smoking. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it Quit Smoking. Now, this is my first read of the day. I haven't done any recording, so sometimes it takes a little bit to get into the groove. But, so this is a quit smoking thing. And it's talking about smokers are likely to develop heart disease. It's kind of like this is important. So you want to bring that to the read. All voiceover work, regardless of your voice, whether you sound like this or whether you got a thing going, you get characters, whatever it is, it's acting. And so you got to know kind of what you're reading. It's all in the communication there. And we do talk about that. Yes, we do. We do train on that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And if I ever clap, that means, well, let me rephrase this. If I make a mistake, I will clap, and that'll create this spike in this waveform over here. And then I'll know where to go edit. You'll see what I'm talking about. All right. Can everybody see everything okay? Can you see me a little and you can see the screen? Because it's hard to tell. I know that when you're watching it on Blab, I'm gonna lock this seat, and I don't know if that helps or hurts. I know in the replay you can see everything. You can't see me at all. Okay. All right. Well, in that case, let's see what I can do. Because it's goofy if you just kind of see my shoulder, which is what I see. Like, see my hands over here? That's silly. Hold on. Oh, of course you can't see me. I'm all the way to the edge. I don't know what I was thinking there. I was thinking YouTube Live, maybe. All right. Is that any better? Now you can probably see both. And you see, I know the screen is small, but you'll be able to see enough. All right. So now let me get my script up in front of me, and we'll begin recording. What does it really mean to quit? We all know the health risks of smoking. We know the dangers. But what does quitting really mean? The fact is, you don't know yet. Smokers are 2 to 5 times more likely to develop heart disease. So what would quitting really mean? That could mean you're 2 to 4 times more likely to watch your children graduate. Smokers are 12 to 13 times more likely to die of COPD. So quitting could mean you're 12 to 13 times more likely to attend your children. So quitting could mean you're 12 to 13 times more likely to attend your grandchildren's first soccer game. Maybe quitting will mean catching that flight because you don't have to leave the airport for that last cigarette. Maybe it means protecting your loved ones from unnecessary illness, or even being able to appreciate those little moments without interruption. So make the decision to quit. Make the decision to be there for life's moments, the little ones and the big ones. You are not alone in your fight. If you or someone you love is struggling with cigarette addiction, did you know you can talk to your community pharmacist? They have the knowledge and the resources to support you in a smoke-free lifestyle. Over 1 million Americans quit smoking every year, and you can be one of them. Life is short, so don't quit for you. Quit for those little moments you don't want to miss. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So, a couple of examples of mistakes and all of that. All right. Now, let's go to the editing process, which is fairly quick. As you can see, you see the lines where I clapped. So if I was to play this, let me make sure you can hear. You can't. So what would quitting? See, so I just take that out. Delete. Same here. This is right before there. Take that part where I made a mistake out. And there's a clap here. And now you can see, after a while, you start to see the shape here. You can tell that this waveform here is basically the same shape as this waveform. So I don't really actually have to listen to it every time to make sure. Sometimes it's a good idea because, I have accidentally edited stuff out using that method if I'm in a hurry. So now I'm just trimming off the front and the back, and then with every file I do, I select the whole thing, and then I run a process called normalizing. And normalizing basically takes the volume of the whole file and pops it either up or down to kind of an industry standard. And then I'm going to run a noise reduction filter. You can't see the window pop up because it just doesn't work that way here. But I'm running this thing that basically would take any background noise, which there really isn't any, but I just do this with all my files so they're consistent. But it would take any background noise like a fan or a hum or a whatever and totally take that out of the recording. So what I'm delivering is a really super clear recording. What does it really mean to quit? All right, so now let's go deliver this thing. Let me make sure you're seeing what's going on. Yes, we are back in Fiverr. So now I need to back over here in Audition. I need to save this, and I'm going to save it as an MP3 file because that's the standard of what I'm going to call this Quit Smoking 2 because I already know I've already done one called Quit Smoking. So I'm saving that out, and now I go back over here to Fiverr and deliver my order. and quit smoking too. Now, I'm going to click this thing that says use a quick response, because whenever I deliver an order, I basically say the same thing every time. Here it is. Hope you like it. If you don't, do this. Instructions, general delivery instructions. And so what Fiverr has in place is this thing called quick response, so that I can pre-program these things and just choose, if you're happy, close. And then it fills in 2 paragraphs worth of typing. See? So in that process, however long that took, we just earned $35 together. Okay? So again, a little bit slower because I'm talking through this. But still, you get the idea. We haven't even been on there. Why Fiverr? Because how about a million reasons? No auditions. They come to you. They already know they want you. They listen to your demo. That's it. Your job is you're done. You're paid the moment. Well, let me put it this way. They order. They pay Fiverr. You do the job. Fiverr puts you in the queue. Okay? You create your own rate. You work from home. There's no travel. There's so many reasons. Here's the thing. When I started, when I started this and the money started to kind of creep up in terms of monthly revenue, I thought, well, let me talk to some voiceover people who are actually hoofing it out here in LA, which very competitive market, and just ask them, am I doing okay? Is this good? Is this bad? Should I get an agent? Was basically the whole idea. Should I go and play that game? Because I don't have the time. I've got other career too, right? So, to go full time into voiceover and do the auditions and spend all that time waiting for the rejection or the other, because yes, the jobs pay more traditionally, but you got to work a ton harder to get the jobs. I wake up to 20 to 30 jobs every day. I don't know any other voice. I don't personally know people in the voiceover industry who are working that much, and it only takes me a few hours. Right? It's not even a full-time job, but it is a 6-figure income. And I get to wear this hat or not. Look, I mean, there's just no reason. I've so many times I've considered it. I've considered going the traditional route, but I'm like, why would I do that to myself? There's just no reason. I would have to give up everything else I'm doing, or a lot of it, to make time to play that game and all that competition and all of that. I'm so not worried about competition here on Fiverr that I'm teaching people how to do it. Because everybody's got a different thing they can bring to the table. There's so much voiceover work out there, as evidenced by how busy I stay and how many voiceover people there are on Fiverr. And some people deliver accents, some people deliver characters, some people focus on whatever it is. And then when people who want to buy voiceover, they come and they're looking. They're not always looking for smooth male North American voice. So the opportunity is there, and it's free to get yourself set up. So if you're interested in it, why not just put it out there and let it build in the background? What's the worst thing that could happen? You get busier and you make more money. Okay. All right. Can I live with you and become a master voiceover dude? Just take the course if you want. I mean, it's the same thing. I literally teach you everything I know about this. Next time I'm going to have to do, next time I do one of these, I'll bring in one of the people who's taken the course now, and they can tell you themselves about what it's like and what's going on. I have a Facebook page where I've got some of the other ones like this I've done on Blab, and then also a recording of some of the voiceover coaching that I do with my students. So basically, you can peek in and see everything about this course basically ahead of time. Well, just about. Got to leave some of it a mystery, right? All right, so that's that. Any other questions? Hop on cam, let them hear your voice when the seat opens. Well, I haven't even, if you want to do that. But let me do let me do one or two more of these things. And then if someone wants to jump on so that real TLN can share his voice, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. But then I got to get to work. I got a ton to do, really long ones here. Let's see. Oh, he's at work. All right. Boy, look, they want to hear you. So what's your name, Lounge Network? What do I call you besides Lounge Dude? Oh, Carlos, maybe. You must be Carlos. Is that right? Okay. All right, Carlos. Anyway. Yeah, look, if everybody's telling you got a great voice, you probably got it. Okay, you probably got it. Now it's just a little bit of confidence. And if you go to Fiverr and you search around and look at some of the voiceover people that are out there, there's a whole wide range of ability. Okay, the cream, I do believe, will rise to the top. You will, if you're super good, you're going to get the work. It may take a while for you to get found, and that's fine. It's organic or whatever it is. There's things you can do to market yourself more aggressively. We, of course, talk about all that in the course. But yeah. All right, so let me just get back into, it's a groggy voice. You know what? Groggy's good. You're a mattress salesman. You could do these, You wake up in the morning and you look to your right and you're just so grateful. All right, can we get back to work here? We've got some stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. So what I'll do is at least one more. Here, and I don't know what's on my plate. I don't know what's next. I'm going to just go down the list and see and get a relatively short one so that it's not 40. Let's see what the cycly. Let's just take a look at this script, even though you can't really see it. I'm going to take a peek at it and see if this works for this. Oh, absolutely. So this is more commercially because it's for a product called Cycly, the world's first Bluetooth-enabled portable cycle. So this doesn't have the same sort of energy and serious tone of the smoking thing. So let's go on over here. Hopefully that's working. And I'm going to create a file called Cycly. Let me close. I got a lot of windows open here. All right. Start the recording, ladies and gentlemen, as you consider this. Here we go. Meet Cycly, the world's first Bluetooth-enabled portable cycle. Cycly lets you exercise anywhere and with anyone. You can race against your office, your friends, your family, or even the hull. Okay, so here's an example of a script that wasn't proofread. All right, so what I get to do now is what I have to do sometimes several times a day. And that's go on over to Fiverr and write them a little note that says something along the lines of, your script has this line, or even the whole. I feel like there is a word missing. All right, so we'll wait for them to respond. Well, we won't. I'm going to let you go long before they respond, I'm sure. But let's just go on to the next one in the list, since clearly I'm not going to read it like that. 40. Okay, so here is a great example of what's possible with upsell, right? So this, as you can see, it's basically 2 gigs of script. Basically, this would have been a $10 job, but they want it tomorrow, and it's for commercial use, which right there added $30 to it. Do you know that there are people who are working for far less than that per hour, and we're about to do this in just a few minutes? Oh, but Bob, but they don't give me your excuses. Sorry. Okay, let's see what this is all about. It's Goodyear. Oh, wait a second. The client also requested it as to pronounce it as a word. I don't know what they're talking about yet. So here's the link on how to pronounce it. So this is very helpful. So what they've done is they've given me a link to a YouTube video, and we'll see what they're talking about.
Your time to market as short as possible is most important to your business.
I should probably look at the script to figure out what word they're even talking about. How about that? I could go through that 5-minute video for a very long time. That would be inefficient. And this is all about efficiency. Actually, it really is. So the whole thing about what makes Fiverr work for you in this particular situation is a workflow. So clearly I've got my system down, right? So go to Fiverr, get my script, pop it up on my screen, got my recorder over here, edit, deliver, boom, 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 cycle. It's just right here. It's fast. I can be working on anything else in my life, my personal development career thing. And a script can come through and I can say, bam, if it's a short script, I can just do that. So I guess TUVSUD is what they're looking for. and they're saying it as a word. This is for the Goodyear Asymmetric 3, and there's a comparison done by TUVSUD. So I'm guessing that's what they're talking about. So let me just go and see. Come on.
Making your important to your business. Which of these is most important?
Oh, come on.
In international markets.
This is crazy because they didn't tell me where I'm supposed to listen.
Accessing international markets. Minimizing, increasing profit. All of them would do.
All right, let's look at the end.
Add value.
Come on. I got people watching here. Can we get to the... What's the name of the company? It doesn't say.
Add values.
Come on.
Tuv Sud. Choose certainty.
There it was.
Value to your business throughout
Tuv
the
Sud,
entire
I think.
business process.
Tuv Sud.
Tuv Sud.
Tuv Sud. Tuv Sud. Man, that's kind of weird. We have a potential revision coming. Tuv Sud. All right, we're going to try it. Now, I have a thing on my voiceover description of this job that says English only because I don't spend any time trying to learn foreign words. I got enough work. I don't need to obsess over one and spend 15 minutes to learn how to pronounce something. But in this case, it's just, these two words out of a completely American script. So Tuv Sud, I'm going to try. And then if they don't like it, then I'll say something like, or I don't know what I'll say, but we'll work with it. All right, so this is a Goodyear tire thing. So a little bit of, not over-the-top car commercial probably, but I think a little bit of a little bit of energy. There's a lot of numbers and stuff like here in here, so the error potential is high, in terms of maybe a few more clapping episodes than normal, but let's find out. So I'm going to call this Goodyear A3, and we'll just see what comes out of my mouth. Tuv Sud. Check 1, 2, just making sure. Are we, okay. Goodyear is changing the game once again with the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3. Designed with the latest breakthroughs in tire technology, the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 is built for drivers looking for ultra-high performance tires. With more than 36,000 hours and 330,000 kilometers of testing, the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 rides on the success of the award-winning Eagle F1 Asymmetric 2. The new Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 has been improved over its predecessor in multiple areas. Superior grip performance, shorter wet and dry braking performance, and improved handling performance. Goodyear understands the demands of today's drivers. High-performance cars need ultra-high performance tires to maximize the performance of their vehicles. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 has been engineered with 3 new state-of-the-art features. Superior grip for handling and braking performance, shorter braking distance for wet and dry roads, improved handling with steering precision. Grip Booster technology incorporates a new highly adhesive compound with an advanced resin that increases stickiness on the road. This ensures increased grip during braking and produces sharper handling on wet and dry roads. A comparison done by Tuv Sud, an independent test company, shows that Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 clearly outperforms its key competitors with superior grip performance. Active braking technology with longer shoulder blocks increase the tire contact on the road surface when braking. This results in shorter braking distance. Once again, the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 is a cut above the competitors in both dry and wet braking conditions. This is proven in a brake test conducted by Tuv Sud, where the Asymmetric 3 leads the competition and demonstrates its superior ability in extreme braking conditions. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 adopts reinforced construction technology, and it utilizes asymmetric bottom layer designed with high grip compound. With UHP cool cushion layer, tread deformation is reduced during cornering, and temperature control is maximized with reduced heat dissipation. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 is designed with ultra-high tensile steel breaker cords and a stronger lightweight overlay. These features reduce tire response time, improved handling, increased cornering stiffness, and reduced tread wear. TÜV-SÜD tested with leading results. The revolutionary Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3. TÜV-SÜD tested with leading results. The revolutionary Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 is built for the discerning drivers who demand exhilarating drive, brand status, and peak performance. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 succeeds in offering superior grip performance. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 succeeds in offering superior grip performance, improved braking capabilities in both dry and wet conditions with better handling performance. Goodyear puts you in control of every journey. It's no wonder that the Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3 is the perfect choice for leading car manufacturers. The Eagle F1 Asymmetric 3, making the best even better. Woo! All right, a couple of things here. Number one, that seemed long for, let's see what did they pay again? 40. Yeah, see, I don't know where they got this. This script is much longer. So I can't deliver this until they pay for it. So here's what's going to have to happen. I have to look at the number of words. See, this, I thought this was going to be 10. So this is 440 words. This is 9 gigs, not 2. So I have to say this is a 9 gig. Whoops, let me bring you over here. This is a 9 gig script, not 2. I need to add 7 gigs to this order before I can deliver. And it lets you do that right here. Offer more extras, and I say I will add 7 gigs to reflect script length. And that would be $35. And I won't add any days to it, and boom. So now I can edit it. It's ready to deliver. I, of course, trust that they will, of course, pay that, and I didn't just waste all my time. But, you know, and normally they do. It's just a mistake or whatever, but sometimes they squawk, and who knows. But I should have looked. I should have scanned it, and if I hadn't been aware of you guys and doing all that, I might have taken the time and said, hey, that looks a little long. Let's look over here at the waveform. Something happened during the process, and my mic level went way down. I'm finding this is this weird thing that happens sometimes when I'm on Blab. I'm going to go over here. You can't see any of this. I'm just going to my Windows system stuff and adjusting my levels, and somehow they got lowered. And I don't know why that is, but I can go over here to the file itself and select the area to the end where it got lower, and basically pop the volume up across the board so that it's more consistent. Magic, right? How awesome is that? All right, so I'm thinking right now that you get the point, and that you don't need to watch me do all this editing and all the delivering of all of that stuff, and that hopefully you see a little bit about how this works. If you came in late, you can watch the beginning, see some of the numbers, see some of that stuff. If you're interested in doing this and you'd like to take the course, which, you know, I'd love it. It's so much fun for me to do. BobDoyleVoice.com. We're in session right now, so we wouldn't start probably either till the end of this month or even in May, because what I'm doing is I'm taking what I've learned and gathered from this first round, streamlining, packaging, a little different, so it's there. So I want to make sure that the next round of people get an even, perhaps, dare I say, better offering. So anyway, that's there for you if you want to. And if you go to BobDoyleVoice.com and you start to leave the page, I think that'll link you to the Facebook group where you can see other recordings of all of this, you know, just shows just like this, and also even some recording of me doing some voiceover coaching with some of our current students. Well, I hope this has been somewhat interesting for you. 14 people in the room. I love it. And I didn't even tell people I was doing it until I did it. So that's really awesome. Was this, hey, thank you, Beauty Bubble. I appreciate that. Let me just, boobies, really. Awesome. Okay, and let's see. What? I missed so much. Ready the gag reel. Yeah, no kidding. Mom, okay, I don't know what that is. Watching someone making a, script aloud off camera to save time and frustration. He has some practice with, yep. Everybody, hey, Carlos, man, they are after you. You got to take the next step. All right, let's see. The Secret. What's that? You know that combo you were having about making things happen? Watch The Secret. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just scanning. Hope you don't mind that I'm not being completely entertaining. Yeah, okay, I don't even know. I don't know who the yeah, is this one? Boom. All right, gone. All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to run. I got a ton of work to do, as you can see if you saw that list. But I would love to work with you guys. And if you do go to the Facebook group, that's a great place for you to ask questions of me about the course. You can also, I'm sure that some of the people who are taking the course currently are in there, but they may not be paying attention. We're at a busy time right now. They're all finishing up their Fiverr gigs, their descriptions, getting that all up there. A couple of them have made their little demo videos. They're putting their demo reels together. It's getting very exciting. So that's where we are in the process right now. And then we start it all over again here in a few weeks with hopefully you or people like you. Hi, Ollie and My Child Care for joining. I'm just wrapping up here, but the replay will be made available shortly. You can watch it here on Blab, or, like I said, you can go to youtube.com/The Bob Doyle Show, and it will be there on that page as a recent live broadcast, and the video quality and the audio quality will be better. But that's your choice. All right, everyone, enjoy your day. Thank you, Jeffrey, for the props. There's such a difference between, and this isn't, Blab, it's different. It's just different. But, in in Periscope, this Heart's constantly streaming. And no one really just is as generous with the props, I don't know why that is. Same people. It's the same people. The same people who are as generous with hearts come to Blab, and they just don't click. And I think it's because of the click. There's something about having the phone in your hand. It's just easy. But if you're here watching a Blab, you got to reach all the way over to the mouse. And then there's that whole clicking thing you have to. Who has the time or energy? Am I right? So I understand if the props can't come. It's not like we get money for props or anything like that, right? It's just that little seeing the motion makes you feel like, I've made it worth someone's time today. I should do telethons, right? Yuri! I saw Yuri's icon. I didn't see you walk in. I thought I saw Yuri's icon. I don't see it along the top. Anyway, all right, I'm the worst. I am the worst at saying goodbye to these things. So I'm just going to say goodbye now. You all have a wonderful day. Contact me with questions through the Facebook page if this is something you're interested in. Tonight o'clock. That's right, I made up a new thing. Tonight at 5 o'clock, The Bob Doyle Show. But it's a very different one. Instead of my normal shtick on The Bob Doyle Show, it's all ukulele. I mean, I'm talking about, it'll go down in history as either the most irrelevant, boring nonsense I've ever done for people who aren't at all interested in the ukulele, but then why would you watch? Or if you are interested in that aspect of things, then it's, you're gonna meet all my ukes. You're gonna hear me practice. I'm gonna be relating all sorts of interesting ukulele-related stories to you. So be there. It's only the show I'm the most nervous about ever. Because it's playing and some singing but it's not a performance. Don't think about it as a performance because I'm trying not to. It is literally hey, come hang out with me while I practice the uke and share some uke philosophy. Yes, I have uke philosophy. So, if you're curious, you know what to do. You know what? I need theme music for this particular Bob Doyle VO thing like I do for the Bob Doyle Show. But I don't. All I have is this blank slate. So, and that's not working for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Because my hard drives fell asleep again. This is the most annoying piece of this thing. I have to move. Never mind. I don't need to bore you with this. All right, there's the slate. I'm out of here. You all have a wonderful day, and we'll talk again very, very soon.